Today we are playing Project Zomboid, and for today we decided we would start a new character on a new world with the full intent of seeing if we could do any better than last time. So we're just jumping in here through quick character customization, and we decided to go with the burglar trait. And that's solely for the fact of vehicles and houses. We get into everything easier, hot wiring, and we go with our usual negative traits of things like smoker and deaf, only because we like to make things difficult in a game that's already a little too difficult. So we'll just go ahead, create our character, and we will go into a custom world. One of the only changes we made would have been things like fog intensity. Turn that down a little bit just because it does get a little bad. And yeah, starting date, starting time, we changed those, and we will just hop right on into it. So as we load on into here, we're just gonna start right in the police station. And now one of the cool things about starting in here is, being a smoker, you definitely find an awful lot of cigarettes. So we can stock ourselves up nice and early. We're gonna find a lot of reading materials. All your usual stuff you'd find in any kind of office space. So we got lots of pens, lots of papers, things to read. We added some add-ons, so we get some cool things, like the big pens. It's a police station, so you gotta have those empty flasks as well. And we're just gonna go ahead, collect up everything we can, and try and, equip our character so that he can heavily smoke and not have anything to worry about while he's reading his newspapers and magazines. So you can see just kind of some of the quality of life add-ons we've added, like the loot all containers. Just kind of shows you everything in all of the containers around us all at once, instead of missing a container or not finding exactly what we're looking for. And we're moving awfully slow. We do start with an injury just for the added skill points, so we got to try and survive and work through that. But as you can see, our character is pretty damaged already, and we haven't even encountered any kind of fights until now. As soon as we step outside, we do end up being visited by our first friend. No weapons, no nothing, but luckily we do have this super heavy-duty boot, and we will just make sure that zombie's brain is nice and implanted into the concrete. We get lucky and we get a watch right off the hop. Not really the greatest watch, but better than nothing. Just couple increases here and there. Finally get some basic weapon to get us going. And let's see, we got a whole bunch of cars around us, and try and see what we can find in here. And it's actually in pretty good condition. Got a little bit of gas inside of it, so that's nice. It's always nice to find a car that has gas inside of it. We're working on getting a little better with our controls here, but we check the glove box. We got lots of healing stuff, lots more cigarettes, magazines. It's actually a really useful find we have in here. A lot of usable stuff. We'll go ahead and fill up our inventory as we get greeted by another one of our lovely friends. Let's just swap seats, hop out, get prepared to fight. And this stake definitely does so much more damage than that big heavy boot we were running with earlier, so that is really nice to see. So we're just going to keep searching around. We're going to find a couple maps inside of this little station wagon here, and kind of help us see exactly where we are and where we need to go. One of the things we haven't done yet is memorize this map, and so finding all the maps in game is definitely beneficial for us. But we're off to a super strong start as we limp our way around to each and every vehicle. We got bandages all over our body. It'll be super nice when we get healed up from all of this. Nice and clear on the surroundings. We don't have anything around us, so that's nice. You see, we're slowly upping the nimble skill, not fast whatsoever. We definitely don't need to check the mechanics. We already found one decent shaped vehicle. But the trunk for the van, fortunately not popping up for us, so we're just gonna have to assume that there is no trunk of the van. But inside the glove compartment we do find some more medical stuff, more cigarettes, another map, another book to read. So we're definitely getting super lucky with these glove compartments in these vehicles. That's super nice to see. Oh, weird. So the trunk was unlocked, but it just was not working for us. Could just be... Oh, never mind. There we go. So now we can see the trunk. Got some bags in here. Tire pump. Whole bunch of random stuff inside of this questionable panel van. Can't really take too much. We are overburdened. But, you know, there's some things we don't want to leave behind. So we'll grab as much as we feel like we can, and we will continue moving along our way to see what's next on the list. So as we move along and we search into this red car, we are luckily gonna find some more maps. You know, these cars have definitely been one of the better things for us. And we'll just go ahead and do that. Rip up what we can. We're definitely going to need to collect as many of these ripped sheets as we can. One thing we really are going to need to work on, though, is our prioritizing for all of our inventory. As you can see, our torso started off with a laceration. We're gonna just quickly throw a new bandage back on that so we don't slowly fall to our death. We got nothing in the trunk of this car, but at least it showed up this time, so that's one step in the right direction, I guess, right? Let's hop in. We'll try to hop in, but I don't think we'll be able to. So see what we can find. So one of the downsides to us running the death trade is we have no clue what's going on around us. So as you can see, we're doing a lot of this circling around, seeing what's around us, and it's a good time to check for that because we are now being visited by two of our lovely friends as our character gets panicked there, on and off, panic, not panic, panic, not panic. If only you'd pick a side. So we'll see what we can do, but all we really have is a stake. Oh no, and we get ambushed by a third one from behind, and this is looking rough already as we just get labeled. We are too hurt to run. We have no choice but to try and fight as we get the triple knockdown. That was another custom or sandbox setting we did change, was AoE settings, only because it just makes more sense. When you think about it logically, if you're swinging a hammer or swinging your fist, you're gonna hit more than one target. So we made sure to turn on that. As we're still trying to figure out what to do, we are just taking an absolute beating from these zombies. We cannot get away from them. It is not looking good for us right now, as our right arm is mangled, as well as our left hand and our right hand. Everywhere we look, we are not doing good, as we have another one showing up to join the fight. We really need to figure out what our plan is here, as we are just not in a good position to try and deal with these. None of them want to fall down from the pushes until that one, but it's not really the best one for us. We are bleeding, we are bitten, we are infected, we are just about everything on the list. It's definitely not the best position we found ourselves in. We need to figure something out here, as our severe bleeding is definitely gonna take a toll on our body. And we can't seem to get any decent luck when it comes to pushing or hitting, or we just kite them around and wait for an opening, I guess, and we'll go from there. Well, we might as well try and get back inside of the police station. It's probably about the only place that we will have any kind of safety right now. We know the police station is safe. We know there's nothing inside of there, so that's probably the place we want to be as we fumble on the door there. But we did manage to lock 4 out of the 5 Zomboids out, so we can maybe start to finally pick some off. As we kill him, you know, he's got a little bit of an upgrade, but nothing too serious. We need to take care of these injuries though before it's too late. Disinfect. Oh, and what? Oh, Survivor. Oh, how do we say his name? No, but he's saving the day unintentionally. Gerard? Survivor Gerard. Showing up right at the right time. Finally gives us time to throw some bandages on, get some healing done. He is taking care of all the attention, as we can see the doors in the background opening and closing as he runs away. Well, let's just go ahead and throw some bandages on. We'll try and take care of these wounds the best we can. But with being bitten and infected, this is not looking good for us in the long run. As we see Gerard shows back up. Oh man, it just won't give us any of our settings for him, but he is fighting, and he could not have come at a better time. Unintentionally saving the day. So let's go in and check out what his plan is and what he is up to right now. And, you know, I think we deserve, or that guy deserves to be given like a box of crackers or a bottle of water or something for saving the day. As we get some decent loot off of his kills. Really wish it would give us these settings so we could deal with him a little bit. We will keep trying and, you know, kind of hope. Obviously, we can't sleep right now. We're in immense levels of pain. There, we finally got a talk off, so hopefully that'll keep him around. But of course it doesn't, he runs back outside. Should have taken that opportunity to invite him to our group while we could. But we still need to deal with these last couple Zomboids, as we are way too slow to get away from them. So as we clear out the rest of the Zomboids, we do manage to get the invite onto Gerard. So we are going to have him in our group, and that'll be super useful for us in the future. So we will just go ahead and get ourselves all cleaned up. We'll get ourselves filled with some water, drink up, and now that we have Gerard with us, we should be able to adventure a little easier now than we were before. Hopefully we don't get ambushed by more Zomboids. As our wounds continue to be an issue, we will just give a quick new bandage and clean up to them before we continue on our journey. And as you can see, we still have that laceration on our torso. We are also infected now, so we don't have anything that's working to clean these wounds off, so that kind of sucks. But we'll throw the bandage on, we will head outside, and we will take Gerard on a super fun journey and see what we can come across. So and of course, just our luck, as soon as we step out and start walking out to the road, we do come across another Zomboid. But this is exactly why we wanted Gerard in our party. As you see, he makes quick work of the Zomboids. Definitely a lot smoother than when we were trying to fight them, so that's nice. We'll just do a quick loot. We got a ravaged liver weapon on this Zomboid, so that's definitely a first for us to find. That's definitely a weird find, to say the least. And as we come up here to the fire station, We probably shouldn't jump the fence, but we'll try, and just to our luck, we drop our bag, so we'll jump right back. We're definitely gonna have to go around. So as we come up here to the fire station and we head inside, we haven't been here yet, so it's probably not gonna be secured at all. So that might come back to bite us, as we do have some zomboids right here in the front entrance. We'll just go into this little side office room, see what we find. Definitely not as many smokers in here as there is in the police station, but we find lots of pencils and pens and writing materials. Got more zombies in here, so we'll see if we can make Gerard proud and take care of this one on our own, which should be nice and easy. We'll just beat him with our hammer as we become a little exhausted, but Zomboid taken care of. Gerard looks happy. Everything is turning out to be a good day as we equip ourselves with some firefighter gear to hopefully give us some protection against more bites and more infections. So as we sit here trying to heal up, we're slowly being visited by more zomboids. Gerard camping that window like a good 12-year-old Call of Duty player he is, making sure nobody can get up to our position. We'll make sure our water's taken care of. Everything's good to go. Nice convenient little water dispenser here. We'll do what we can, clean up again, as we do get pretty dirty pretty quickly. So we'll do as much as we can to help, kind of offset some of this stuff, as Gerard just sits there and watches the window for us. So that's super nice of him. We got a Zomboid kind of just chilling here at the window. Got another one just outside. So the only way we're really getting out of this room is through brute force, as we have more Zomboids showing up to join the party. We got a total of, I want to say, 3 hanging outside. Gerard with the quick bail on us as we get ambushed by 3. Definitely not what you would want from a teammate, as we are in a terrible position. Super quick, but we can finally walk around a little better, so that's nice. We get that last zombie through the window. Gerard takes care of that group for us. He'll also take care of this last one, as we now have to deal with more bites, more cuts, more bleeding, and a whole bunch of disasters on top of what we dealt with earlier. So Gerard letting us down a little bit, but he does show back up to recoup some of that respect, which in the end, he could have been a little manlier, but what really can you do? He is trying not to end up in as terrible of a position as we are in, so we can't really blame him too much, but come on, man. So as we sit here and scour the fire station, we do end up finding a lot of good gear. Definitely worth it. We got a lot of nails for our carpentry skills, some screws, we got tarps and sheets and wrenches, and so much stuff that we need. All this shoved inside of this tiny little closet here. It's definitely worth it. Really happy we decided to show up here, and that's only the first 2 rooms that we've looked in. As you can see, our slow health loss has finally stopped now that we are finally bandaged again and not profusely bleeding and infected. As we see, we got more maps and a lot more crafting materials and weapons to choose from, tools, everything we need. Definitely a lot of good loot in here. We'll just go ahead and overburden ourselves once more, as we are tired and exhausted. But no time to rest. This is the zombie apocalypse. And while we're looting, to our absolute shock, we do get visited by another survivor. And you can never have too many helping hands when it comes to trying to survive all of this. So Stuart wanted to join the party, which is super nice. We have 2 meat shields now to hopefully do all of our bidding. We'll definitely make them regret agreeing to join us later on. But for now, we got Gerard we got Stuart, and we got a whole little group going on. Hopefully we don't get abandoned by Stuart like we have Gerard, but at least for the time being, we do have the 2 people. And, you know, from the looks of this firehouse, a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of cleanup, we definitely could probably turn this into a nice little base and a very strong home. You know, it's gotta get things a little more situated, get that carpentry up so we can barricade and wall off some things, but this might turn out to be a nice little home for us. And as we prepare to take a nap to try and deal with all of this exhaustion, we do end up having just a little bit too much pain, so we're gonna have to deal with that quickly before we can take our nap. But, you know, what do? We did get ambushed an awful lot, and we are ridiculously tired and ridiculously exhausted, but we are able to take a nap. And with this nap, we will decide that will be where we leave off today's episode. We are trying something a little different when it comes to these style of videos, and we wanted to try something with a little less downtime in it and a little more, you know, just the important parts. So let me know what you guys think, and we will see you around for the next video.